Hi guys, it's ShanChan. So I thought I would make a video and tell you guys some of the things that I've been using to study, because if you're like me, yeah, you need to study hiragana and katakana and all that, but you can't help yourself. You want to learn vocab and you want to learn grammar and you want to learn how to say some key phrases and things like that. So these are some of the books and things that I have that help me. This is the dictionary that I've been using. Now, I am not saying this is the absolute best dictionary in the whole world. I don't know. It's just the one that somebody recommended and I bought, and I find it helpful. If you turn it this way and get close to the camera, you can see this blue stripe right down the middle. That's because it's half Japanese to English and half English to Japanese. See? If you open this one up, this is the Japanese to English. See? And then, if you go on the other side of the blue line, and you open it, this is the English to Japanese. And I like that, just like in a regular dictionary, it says, oh, okay, hold. Well, to hold hands, to hold in your arms, to hold as in to keep in place, and it tells you, well, for this meaning of this word, it's this, and for this meaning of this word, it's this. So that's really nice. Also, I have this Living Language Japanese course book, which is really awesome. Somebody actually gave this to me when they were done, and it has awesome vocabulary, and it also has phrases like this in Japanese and English, and it has, I can find a page that's appropriate, exercises, and, regular lessons, see? And so it helps a whole lot. There's some really useful phrases that I've pulled out of here, and each category or lesson is denoted in the front, and so you can kind of cheat and be like, oh, well, I want to know how to say this and know which lesson, and jump ahead to that lesson. And then I got these CDs with it, and there's inside, there's 3 discs inside, which are extremely helpful because you actually get to hear what's being said, and you can practice saying it. And then last but not least, this is the textbook, and I have the workbook too, that was recommended by my professor or my teacher when I went to AB Tech and took beginning Japanese. It's called Japanese for Busy People, and I find it really helpful. Maybe it's not the best book, I don't know. There are a lot of books out there, but I like it. It has, for each lesson, a page like this that has dialogue and vocabulary. And it helps you see what kind of conversation you're going to have where this lesson is actually going to be used. Which, when I was in school, my whole thing was, why do I have to know this? When am I ever going to use this? So I find this very helpful. And then, afterwards, it has practice, where you get to actually use what you've learned, and make up sentences, and do things yourself, and conjugate verbs, and all that fun stuff. Woohoo, because I so know that you all want to conjugate verbs. And then at the end, there is the most important part, I think, which is quizzes. Yeah, so you can prove that you totally didn't learn anything. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes the quizzes are very easy because the lesson is very easy, and sometimes the quizzes are kind of hard. Like sometimes I'll have to get the quiz and then go back to the lesson and relearn things that I thought that I knew. But until I had the quiz question, realized I didn't actually know. But that's good because you're learning. So this book is really good, and the workbook that goes with it has lots more exercises so that you can study even more. But I like this book. In the beginning, it has this hiragana, katakana, romanji chart, and it even goes into modified symbols. And then it has daily useful expressions, like all in a big list, which is awesome. And I've used that list quite a bit. And then last but not least, it has this, which is signs that you would see in daily life in Japan, which is awesome. And we'll help you learn those. And then the last thing that I've been doing is, once I got a certain level of vocabulary and I knew a certain amount of grammar and I was starting to be able to put things together into actual sentences, I decided that what I really needed was to talk to a native speaker to get used to speaking and to make sure that I was using grammar correctly. Because you may think that you're saying things correctly, and then you start talking to a native speaker and they're like, you're not saying this right, or you're not putting this sentence together right. So I highly recommend going and finding a pen pal or a language exchange website. There is a website called mylanguageexchange.com, I believe it is, and you have to pay if you want to be able to send out messages, not just look at people's. And if you want all the full features and for it to be of any use, you need to be a member and you need to pay. But it was a very small fee. And there was also another website, and it's called PenPal World, and I don't remember if that's .com or .net, but anyway, I'm going to put the links down in the description, so either way you'll be able to find them. You can use PenPal World, and you get to send out 3 messages a day without becoming a full member. I sent out 3 messages, I got 2 responses back, and I've been talking with those 2 people ever since. I finally got to the point to where we felt comfortable, to where we gave each other our email addresses so that we could write that way. And so I didn't have to worry about using my messages, and therefore I was able to send out 3 more messages, and I'll be getting back on tonight to see if those people messaged me back. But I really like the website, and it seems really safe, and there's not a lot of people on there just like hitting on you and trying to look for dating. They're looking for friendship and language exchange, and that's what I wanted. So that's what I've been using for now, and then later when I can afford to pay for a subscription, I might use mylanguageexchange.com. So look for those in the description, and I guess we'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye!